Hey everybody. Today we're going to talk about the energy of emotion. So welcome. I'm Rita Hickman. I'm a body mind expert, shiatsu massage therapist. But what I specialize in is helping women understand how their nervous system works. Because if you understand how you work, then you can stand up to any narcissist, you can deal with any emotion, you can step into any challenging problem and not worry that you're going to be overwhelmed. Not worry that you're going to feel like your skin is crawling or that you're going to start crying any minute. You can actually reverse all of the trauma that's been on your nervous system since you were a kid, and you can reverse it pretty fast. So tonight we're going to talk about the energy of emotion. So emotion is literally something that's physical. It's in your body. When you get angry, your body releases cortisol. When you are happy, your body releases beta endorphins, and it controls the pain and it manages that feeling of happy. Your body is literally either contracted or expanded based on your nervous system. So what makes your nervous system freak out? I know it feels like there's nothing you can do about it, like you're trapped and you're stuck, and you just have to deal with the fact that that you're feeling anxious or depressed or angry. In reality, there is something to do about that you can do about it. You can reverse all of those feelings. You can reverse all of that tension, because the energy of emotion is something that actually is physical. It's something that exists. It's something that you can touch and smell and taste. And when you work with that energy of emotion, when you start to take the energy and instead of direct it towards the frustration that you feel or the overstimulation or the overwhelm that you feel, and you start to be able to direct it towards safety and peace and security and joy and compassion and love, it literally changes your body. It literally takes that river of possibility, that energy, and it flips it from destroying things and being destructive to being something that's constructive. You literally go from being a desert that's never getting enough nourishment or water or sunshine to a garden that's similar to the Garden of Eden. So emotion is something that you can control. It's something that you can reverse. It's something that you can manipulate. It's something that you can direct. And it's a gift. And when you learn how to take that energy and direct it where you want it to go, direct it towards your dreams, direct it towards standing up for yourself or asking for a raise, direct it towards setting boundaries with your friend or getting the papers to start a divorce, or maybe helping your kid through a tough time, or working through your own childhood PTSD, either from someone dying in grief, or maybe physical abuse or mental abuse, maybe a priest or a doctor was involved. You get to reverse these things. And even if you've been in therapy for 40 years, that's the long way. The short way is to go directly through the body. The long way that they've done in the past, which take decades, is to notice that you're feeling something, figure out why you're feeling something, come up with all sorts of stories about what it means, and then only when you've come up with the story that you're okay with, do you allow yourself to go into joy, to surrender, to forgive, to heal. Only after it's gone through this crazy maze of your mind. There's a faster way. Asian medicine talks about it, indigenous medicines talk about it, and science has started to back it up. You don't have to go from the body to the mind back to the body. You actually get to go from the body to the body. You get to take care of the stress and the anxiety by working with your body. And it's very simple. Learning how to regulate your nervous system, it takes a little bit of practice. It creates a new set point. You have to believe it actually works. That's the hardest thing I have with everyone that I work with, is convincing them that what they're doing actually works. Because once they start doing it, once they start on the path, everything changes very, very quickly, usually within 3 to 6 months. So you learn how to bring yourself back into joy. You learn how to stand up to bullies. You learn how to ask for the things that scare you. You learn to have compassion for your family and for yourself. And you also learn how to create the most optimal environment for you to grow as a person. That's the energy of emotion. We can either direct it towards chaos and destruction, which has its own gifts related to it, right? Its own beautiful parts and pieces, blowing everything up so that you can put it together again in a better way. But you don't have to go that route anymore. You really don't have to ask for drama. You don't have to put up with drama. You don't have to tolerate drama. You don't have to feel drama. You don't have to deal with anybody else's drama. You actually do get to create a harmonious life, something that enriches you and supports you. And when you do that, it starts to change all the relationships around you too. Your kids are nicer to you. Your exes are nicer to you. Things don't bother you. You're able to be friends with people that you never thought you'd be able to be friends with. People stop irritating you and frustrating you. You actually come into a place of feeling like you're in harmony. And that's with just regular practice of bringing yourself back to joy and back to love. Now, there are some shortcuts because you don't have to go through the whole brain thing. You don't have to sit in it. You don't have to suck it up. You don't have to feel it all to the nth degree. You actually get to speed up the process by going directly to the body instead of going through the mind and then to the body. So there's a shortcut. So when the forward pass was discovered, let's say, at Notre Dame football. Before the forward pass was discovered, when you wanted to move a football down the field, it had to actually move forward through people. It had to go through all the mess and all the other team that was in front of you. When they realized that they could throw a forward pass and they could throw it over all of the other team and then have a receiver catch it in the end zone, it was a game changer. That's what this is. You no longer have to go through all of the beliefs and all the self-sabotage and all of the triggers and all of the misunderstandings and all of the memories and all of the whatever that you have in your head. You can actually bypass it, go directly to the body, and skip decades of being in more traditional therapies that you've probably used most of your life to reverse the energy of emotion, to rechannel it somewhere. So if you're feeling tense, if your jaw hurts, if your stomach's bothering you, if your shoulders are tense, if you need a massage, if you find you yelling at your dog, if your stomach's upset, if you can't eat, if you're craving sugar, if you're craving carbs, if you can't sleep anymore, if you're waking up too early, if you're angry all the time, if you're too scared, if you're peeing yourself, all of those things are your body's reaction to your nervous system. And when you learn how to wrestle it to the ground, almost like in a guerrilla emotional healing, guerrilla transformation, when you know the exact right thing to do at the exact right time, you never hesitate, and you just keep bringing yourself back into alignment. They're easy steps, 4 30-second steps that bring you back into alignment every single time. When you start doing that, your whole life will change because you are going to raise everybody up. Everybody up around you is going to come up because you're going to be a different person. If you've got a bucket of rocks in water and you take out one of the rocks, the water level changes. It just happens. It's the way that it is. That's what happens with you when you start unpacking and unloading the emotions from the past out of your life. I'm going to liken it to this. You inherited a castle on 10,000 acres of land. And the castle is beautiful. It's every dream. It's got turrets, it's got unicorns, it's got rainbows, it's got a pond with fish, it's got deer prancing across. It's got, butterflies flitting through your natural prairie. It's beautiful. You inherited it. And you walk up to the door and you open up the door and there's been hoarders living in there. And it's filled with boxes of memories and old unprocessed thoughts and half notes and stuff they picked up at garage sales and stuff that other people gave them they couldn't get rid of. That's you. And if you're smart, you'll look at all the stuff in the house and you won't go back to your ranch on a postage stamp yard with neighbors that you don't like, with taxes that are too high. You don't go back to that. Instead, you call all your friends and you offer them like beer and barbecue to come help you clean this stuff out as fast as humanly possible, because you want to live in that castle. That's you. You are this castle. And all the memories and the slips of paper and the old accounts and all of that clutter and all of that stuff that you inherited, most of it needs to be cleared out before you can live there. So the faster you clear it out, the better. And it's best not to do it by yourself. It's best to call your friends and get coaches and get a professional mover and a professional packer, and you do it together as a community. That's what we're doing here. We need you to start living in joy, start claiming the miracle that you are, start being the miracle that you are, and unpack this tension, these chemicals of emotion off of your body, so you stop reacting, you stop sabotaging yourself, you stop being scared to ask for the raise, you stop being scared to put your dating profile up, you stop being scared of taking selfies, and you start walking towards the things that you've always wanted, but you've been too scared or stressed or overwhelmed to go after. This gives you the confidence. We teach you the confidence to deal with the worst of the worst. I've worked with women with sexual trauma, with old grief, living with narcissists, divorcing narcissists, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, childhood trauma, divorce, all of it. We can unpack it. We can get your whole system reset so you stop triggering, and we can do it really fast, because that's the science of the body, mind, and of emotional healing that they've discovered in the last 10, 15 years. So if you're ready, and I sure hope you are, because we need you to be the best version of yourself you can be. You've got things to do. You've got places to go. We need you to unpack this stuff. Okay? So if you're ready, go to ritahickmancoaching.com, find the page where you can sign up for a free clarity call. We'll chat about it. We'll come up with why you've been in toxic relationships, what you can do immediately to turn them around, the path you can take, what you can expect, and you can even do it all on your own. I just want to help you. And then if you want to work with me, great. But my mission in life is to help as many women as I can turn this stuff around. So if you're successful, if you are an influencer, if you've got things to do and places to go, and you're tired of being hijacked by your emotions, and you're tired of feeling sabotaged by beliefs and memories that were never even yours in the first place, and you really want to move ahead in life and get all that stuff out of the way, give me a call. Because for free, I will help you sort it out. And if you want one-on-one support, if you want help, I'm even giving a 50% off package, because it was Valentine's Day and all sorts of nasty stuff, and it's Mercury retrograde. Okay? So let's set something up, and let's move you in the right direction. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye!